The Boundary Waters Canoe Area Wilderness is located in northern Minnesota, right along the border of Canada. It's part of the Canadian Shield on the southern end, and some of the oldest rocks in the whole world are located up in this area. On the United States side, there's over 1 million acres that have been preserved through various legislative actions. There's over 1,100 lakes, and all between all these lakes there's trails and old routes that people have been following for thousands of years. The area that I call home is Ely, Minnesota. It's an area that I've spent an extensive amount of time. Surrounding this area is the area of the Boundary Waters that I'm most familiar with. If we move up to the northwest, we have Burnside Lake. And this is an area that I've spent a lot of time ever since I was a child.
Tell me what happened when Charlie and I were at the Biffy.
I caught a humongous fish.
Humongous.
Yes, humongous.
And what happened to it? Where's the fish? I don't see it.
It's gone. It
How
went
did
away with the hook.
It went away with the hook?
It's gone to his house.
Broke the line?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that happened.
Almost got it.
Well, you're going to have to get another one.
Yep.
You know, you're supplying dinner tonight. Otherwise, we don't eat.
Daddy, I think it's a big northern, right?
That might have been a northern, actually.
How big is a northern? How big was it? This big?
It was a big fish.
Was it this big?
It bended Olivia's pole all the way around.
It bended?
A circle. It bended.
This big? It bended it into a circle.
It bent it into a circle?
Yes.
Wow.
Was it this big?
Bigger than you, Charlie.
They let him teach kids with that English.
And then your sister was like, "Wow, I got a big one!"
Because it bended all around and around and around.
It bended all the way around.
One of my favorite areas in the Boundary Waters is Crooked Lake. This is right on the border of Minnesota and Canada. There are a bunch of bays of Crooked Lake, and they're named after days of the week. We've got Sunday Bay all the way to the west, Saturday Bay, Friday Bay, Thursday Bay, and Wednesday Bay. Crooked Lake can be accessed through the Mudrow entry point, and can also be accessed through the Basswood River. So we can get to the Basswood River by coming in through Fall Lake. This is a lake that I continually go back to. I know it very, very well. There's lots of places, lots of memories on this lake, and hopefully you'll enjoy it too.
Hey John, you're on videotape. What do you say? Nice and loud. We got that storm coming. We're trying to race this. We have another hour left. Think we can beat it? I hope so.
And the one thing that I think is really interesting about the Boundary Waters is that the regulations, they ban people from having motors in most areas. There's a few lakes that are exceptions, but these are few and far between, and you can get away from the noise of motors and other things like that relatively easy just by getting in a couple of portages. And that sort of changes everything about how people interact with the environment. You've got to have a higher degree of responsibility and making sure that you're taking care of each other and taking care of the environment. And that's the thing about the Boundary Waters that's really special. I guided my first Boundary Waters trip when I was 16 years old. It was 1993, and I took a family out. And there was a mom and dad and 2 kids, ages 4 and 2. We went out into a small lake called Slim Lake. That was a real seminal experience in my life, because here's the first time that people were really depending on me to show them around and bring them and use the skill that I had developed in the Boy Scouts and other things. And I was solely responsible, and that was a big deal for me, and it helped me develop as a man, develop my character, and become who I am now, the kind of teacher that I am now. From that point, I've pretty much have been guiding wilderness trips steady every single summer, all over the world. We've gone to Alaska, Hawaii, Montana, Wyoming, Minnesota, Canada, Wisconsin, lots and lots of places all around the world. I have more planned even as we speak. I started to guide student trips in 2002 when I got my first teaching job. I was guiding 6 trips a summer, and when I got my first teaching job, I wanted to keep that up. I wanted to transfer those skills and start to bring those things into my classroom so that all of my students could experience some of the same growth that I experienced by going out on these trips. This is the typical Boundary Waters trip that you're seeing. We went up to Crooked Lake. It's amazing. I've talked about it earlier in this presentation. This is the kind of experience that I think you can get in the Boundary Waters, especially with somebody who really knows where they're going and what they're doing. What I do with all of my guide trips is I try and teach all of the skills that are important for understanding not only how to navigate, but how to do it responsibly and safely. And that's something that I'm hoping all of my students can transfer into other areas. So enjoy our trip. Enjoy the rest of this series. This is episode 1. And we're going to try and explain more about the different kinds of things that you can expect in the Boundary Waters and what kinds of things that you need to bring, what kinds of things you need to pack. Stay tuned for more episodes. Mahalo.